We all have a vision. If you ask anyone to close their eyes and picture their future, they see something phenomenal. But when the alarm goes off, most of us wake up and settle right back into an ordinary routine. The gap between that phenomenal dream and an ordinary reality isn't a lack of talent or opportunity. We are generationally programmed to seek out convenience. It is simply easier to stay comfortable than it is to put in the work. So we pull excuses over ourselves like a warm blanket. We complain about our lack of resources, our background, or the people around us, choosing the comfort of those complaints over the sharp discomfort of taking action. Expecting the reward of success without making the daily payment guarantees just one thing: you will stay stuck in a permanent state of unfulfilled potential. Here is the reality of the transaction. Pain is inevitable. It is completely unavoidable, no matter which path in life you choose to walk down. You do not get to opt out of the struggle. You get to choose your heart. You can shoulder the pain of discipline, which buys you growth, or you can carry the pain of regret, which buys you stagnation. Both of them are incredibly heavy. The future you want is expensive, and most people are defaulting on their debt because they refuse to accept that processing pain is a required currency. If you want to step out of your comfort zone, you have to stop waiting for the conditions to be perfect. They never will be. You have to look at the explicit price tag of greatness and decide to start paying it today. That payment starts with what you are willing to surrender right now. The first asset you have to hand over is your time. It happens every morning when your alarm goes off. It's that micro battle in your head telling you to take just 15 more minutes. But when you pull the covers back over your head, you are literally trading away a fraction of your ultimate dream for the short-term warmth of your bed. You have about 5 seconds to act on your impulse before your brain kills it. You cannot negotiate with yourself. When the alarm hits, you have to shut down the inner debate and rise. We all get the exact same 24 hours. Managing that time means giving up the daily conveniences that feel good in the moment. You cannot binge watch television every night or mindlessly scroll for hours and still expect to manifest a phenomenal life. Social media is a beautiful servant, but it is a terrible master. You have to actively downgrade it from something that possesses your time to a tool that serves your vision. Every time you habitually gravitate toward what is easy, you bankrupt your ability to invest in tomorrow's opportunities. Time is just the down payment. The hardest currency you will ever have to spend is your past self and the ego attached to who you used to be. What got you to this point will not carry you through the next phase. Every new season of success demands a completely new, upgraded version of your mental programming and discipline. You have to kill the comparison game. You have to surrender the toxic habit of blaming your backstory or your lack of resources for your lack of progress. We like to tell ourselves that we are just planning the process or being practical. But most of the time, that is just fear in disguise, acting as a shield to protect your old identity from taking a calculated risk. You simply cannot physically or psychologically manifest the next iteration of your life if you refuse to let the comfortable, familiar version of yourself die. Once you start paying this price, the biggest mistake you can make is counting the cost. If you tally up every hour lost and every sacrifice made, you will eventually rationalize a reason to quit. Look at the highest levels of achievement. Some athletes win a championship, get the trophy, and their stats slowly drop off the next year. Then you look at someone like LeBron James. After he won a title, his assists went up, his defense went up, his shooting percentage went up. To increase your output, you cannot wait for external validation. The first step is studying your own work. Look critically at exactly what you do. Next, critique your output to measure progress and track where you fall short. Finally, reflect. Step back to evaluate your process and find the next gear. Without deliberately auditing and increasing your daily performance, your results will flatline. Nothing around you will grow if you stay exactly where you are. The reality is, this path is lonely. It is physically and mentally exhausting. There will be nights where you are completely drained, and you will want nothing more than to throw in the towel. But here is the catch. Pain has an expiration date. Every muscle tear you endure in the gym and every setback you face in your work eventually heals into a tougher, more resilient fiber. Enduring the sour taste of discipline today is the only guaranteed mechanism for securing the sweet taste of tomorrow's reward. Fast forward a few years, picture the future version of yourself standing down the road, finally living out that phenomenal reality you envisioned. That person only gets to exist because the present-day version of you decided to invest the blood, the sweat, and the lost sleep required to build them. If you stop negotiating with your excuses right now and pay the price, your future self will look back at this moment with only one thing to say: thank you for not giving up.